a stroke survivor from Darjeeling. I had a major stroke 8 years back at the age of 43. Stents are placed in arteries, so stroke can happen to anyone at any age, at any time. My right side got affected, and my speech too was affected slightly. Uh, I had no such symptoms apart from I had a sore arm and my speech kind of slurred. I could not stand properly. So the residents of the building saw my condition and they took my phone and started calling. So my colleagues came from my office and took me to the hospital. After reaching the hospital, I don't remember anything. I was in a coma for 3 days. I was surprised to see my brother and my nephew after 3 days. And at the same time, I was shocked to hear that I had a stroke. I was brought to the hospital within 3 hours. Had it been late, then things would have been different. The key pillar to my stroke recovery was my family, my friends, and my well-wishers. Also my physiotherapist. She was very patient with me and always encouraged me. I believe smoking and an unhealthy lifestyle was the key responsible for my stroke. Now my family and friends describe me as a person with strong willpower. God knows where this kind of zeal was before. There was no symptoms as such. I had a sore arm and my speech kind of slurred. So I could not stand properly. So I cried for help. At that point of time, my landlord and the residents of the building saw my condition. They took my phone and started calling. So my colleagues from my office came and took me to the hospital because I used to live alone in Hyderabad. Smoking and living an unhealthy lifestyle were responsible for my stroke. I didn't do any exercises and no activities as such. And I used to eat outside. So that too was the cause of my stroke. I was subject to prolonged fits of depression when I had a stroke. I was feeling depressed, but I didn't realize it was relevant. You see, stroke had very much debilitated my life. Anyway, I joined several online stroke support groups. I found out that I was not only the one who had a stroke. There were many such survivors across the world. And I found out that it was normal to feel sad and anxious after a stroke. And there were some major challenges that I've come across that act as barriers. One was lack of motivation. Second was feeling quite depressed after a stroke. And since this is a life-changing, traumatic event. And the third was just feeling that I don't have the physical ability to exercise. So we got to find that inner spark of this resilience. Sometimes that needs to come from someone else in our world, to ignite that spark. So depression is a common emotion after a stroke, as it is a life-changing event for us. It's normal for us to feel depressed after a stroke. Stroke can be incredibly isolating, and as a result of mobility issues, and which made it difficult for me to get out of it. In the beginning, my deficits were a source of embarrassment. Social and emotional support is as important as physical therapy. So that is why I find we should have stroke support groups. I did physiotherapy for 3 years, and initially my hand seemed to be attached. My right hand, which is my dominant hand, also seemed to be attached to my chest due to spasticity, and I've got a slight foot drop too. So my 80% of my foot is recovered, but my hand is still not yet recovered fully. My mother, she supported me both financially and emotionally. My brother and my sister-in-law, they encouraged me, they motivated me, and my physiotherapist, she encouraged me, and she had so much patience. So I think so. This were the key members of my stroke recovery. Sorry to say that I don't think so that my health outcomes would be the same if it had happened in my hometown. We have a very poor health infrastructure. The doctors refers serious patients to either to Siliguri or to big cities like Calcutta, Bombay, Bangalore. See, it's very sad. The health system over here is in a sorry state. On the 19th of February 2015, I had a stroke. On that day itself, I quit smoking. So a stroke helped me to quit smoking. I tell people know that I used to smoke. So because of smoking, I had a stroke. So I tell people to stop smoking. Okay, when I was walking slowly, so I used to see people running. So I thought, like, if I could run like them, why not give a try? So I started very slowly. I now run slowly, but surely. I mean, I've done a couple of 10 kilometers. You see, now I've learned to adapt and make use of what's left of me. So I did not let my condition define me. So I used to see people running in the morning. So that used to make me feel that even I can do. But when I initially started to run slowly, I fell down a couple of times. I fell down on the road and people used to come and pick me up. Again, I used to run. So that's how I started. I run with a slight drop foot. So now I do run, but slowly. Learn to adapt and make use of what's left of me, and to my fellow stroke survivors, do not let your condition define you. Do not stop. Don't give up. Don't stop trying. So we may not fully recover, but you will reach near your goal. So I've experienced a wide range of emotional stress after stroke. So in order to aid your emotion during recovery, you must relax, do things you enjoy, both of which are very difficult. So don't forget don't forget to give yourself credit for the progress you made.